Winter is here, and also New Year is at doorsteps. Our love for anime is also rising day by day. So in this video, we will be discussing the upcoming anime coming in January to March of 2025. The anime will be listed according to day of releasing from Monday to Sunday. Now, no more wasting time, and let's jump in. Number 1 is Promise of Wizard. The story of the Promise of Wizard anime follows Akira Maki, an ordinary young woman from Earth, who is summoned to a magical fantasy world to act as a wise woman and train wizards from 5 different nations in order to fight against a yearly supernatural menace known as the Great Calamity, which takes the form of a gigantic moon. Release date is 6th January 2025 on every Monday. Number 2 is My Happy Marriage Season 2. The love between Kyoka and Mio continues to grow in the 2nd season of the anime adaptation of Akumi Ajitogi's My Happy Marriage novel series, which brings the pair face to face with more challenges they must overcome together. Release date is 6th January 2025 on every Monday. Number 3 is I'm a Noble on the Brink of Ruin, so I might as well try mastering magic. What's a guy to do when his life suddenly changes while innocently enjoying a nice cold drink after work? And I mean, really changes. This middle-aged commoner now finds himself in the body of Liam Hamilton, the young son of a noble house teetering on the brink of collapse. Between his fervidly desperate father and his utterly apathetic brothers, the only bright side to his new situation is that Liam can finally try learning magic like he's always wanted. Release date is also 6th January 2025 on every Monday. Number 4 is possibly the greatest alchemist of all time. Not even a hero, Takumi Iruma gets accidentally mixed in with a group of heroes chosen to be summoned to another world. As compensation for the mix-up, a goddess offers him the right to choose any skill he wishes for. Hoping for a peaceful and quiet life that has nothing to do with fighting or going into battle, he chooses a seemingly boring creation skill. However, it turns out, alchemy is the most powerful skill that allows him to create everything from a holy sword to flying ships. This cheat skill he unexpectedly acquired turns him into a wealthy merchant and makes him undefeatable in battles. Release date is 8th January 2025 on every Wednesday. Number 5 is Ishura Season 2. Based on a Japanese light novel series by Keiso, Ishura transports viewers to a world where the Demon King's demise ushers in a new era of demigods vying for supremacy. Release date is 8th January 2025 on every Wednesday. Number 6 is Magic Maker, Isekai Maho no Tsukurikata. The story follows 2 siblings from a minor noble family, Marie, the outdoorsy elder sister, and Sion, a shy bookworm who loved magic in his past life. When Sion one day asks his father about the existence of magic but is met with confusion, the pair go on their own adventure to discover it. Release date is 8th January 2025 on every Wednesday. Number 7 is Re:Zero, Starting Life in Another World. Counterattack Arc. Re:Zero has always been incredible at pulling the rug out from under viewers and creating an absolutely oppressive atmosphere. The dire sense of danger it builds over the course of the attack arc gives way to a sense of dim optimism, as the attack arc's final episode is spent planning a counteroffensive against the witch cultists. Release date is 5th February 2025 on every Wednesday. Number 8 is Dr. Stone, Season 4, Part 1. Facing a world of stone and the total collapse of civilization, Senku makes up his mind to use science to rebuild the world. Starting with his super-strong childhood friend Taiju Oki, who awakened at the same time, they will begin to rebuild civilization from nothing. Release date is 9th January 2025 on every Thursday. Number 9 is the daily life of a middle-aged online shopper in another world. Kenichi, a single man who's almost 40, is suddenly transferred to another world. As he navigates his way through the dangerous forests of that world, he realizes that he can use a huge online shopping site. Kenichi aims to use his cheat ability to live a slow life in another world. Release date is 9th January 2025 on every Thursday. Number 10 is the old man reincarnated as a villainess. The series is about a 52-year-old man named Kenzaburo Tondabayashi who is reincarnated as Grace, a villainess in a world similar to an Otome game. Release date is 9th January 2025 on every Thursday. Number 11 is Even Given the Worthless, Appraiser class. I'm actually the strongest. In a fantasy world where jobs are God-given from birth, heroes are born, not made. And Ein's job of appraiser has put him about as far from the hero pedestal as possible. Used, abused, and eventually abandoned by his fellow adventurers, Ein decides it just isn't worth going on. Lucky for Ein, though, the end may just be the beginning and a new lease on life. Turns out, his worthless job may just be the key to becoming a hero after all. Release date is also 9th January 2025 on every Thursday. Number 12 is I'm Getting Married to a Girl I Hate in My Class. The story of the series follows Saito Hojo, an elite young man who is poised to inherit his grandfather's major corporation. Through an unexpected series of events, Hojo ends up getting married to Akane Sakuramori, the young lady whom he dislikes the most in his school. Although Akane is like a nemesis to Hojo in the classroom, will their life as newlyweds take a different turn? Release date is 3rd January on every Friday. Number 13 is The Apothecary Diaries, Season 2. Mao Mao lived a peaceful life with her apothecary father, until one day she's sold as a lowly servant to the emperor's palace. But she wasn't meant for a compliant life among royalty. So when imperial heirs fall ill, she decides to step in and find a cure. This catches the eye of Jinshi, a handsome palace official who promotes her. Now, she's making a name for herself solving medical mysteries. Release date is 10th January 2025 on every Friday. Number 14 is Welcome to Japan, Miss Elf. Kazuhiro Kitashi's main hobby is sleeping. Ever since he was young, he would enter a world within his dreams and go on exciting adventures. As he grew older, he became acquainted with a female elf, and the two have now been united through a dragon's brand. As he wakes up one day, he notices a familiar figure sleeping next to him. The elf girl from his dreams? Join Kazuhiro on his new adventures through Japan with the lovely Ms. Elf. Release date is 10th January 2025 on every Friday. Number 15 is I May Be a Guild Receptionist, but I'll solo any boss to clock out on time. Alina Clover signed up to be a receptionist for the Adventurers Guild thinking it would be her ticket to the good life, stable pay, regular hours, and safe workplace conditions. Unfortunately, her dream gig turns into a nightmare of endless paperwork, and over time, whenever the adventurers she helps coordinate get stuck clearing a dungeon. But people aren't made to grind forever, so Alina sneaks off at night to give the monsters holding things up a beatdown, courtesy of her massive warhammer. Release date is also 10th January 2025 on every Friday. Number 16 is I'm a Behemoth, an S-ranked monster. But mistaken for a cat, I live as an elf girl's pet. A proud knight, slain in battle, finds himself alive once more reincarnated in the body of a fearsome behemoth. As if he wasn't confused enough by this turn of events, apparently behemoth cubs look exactly like adorable kittens. Even if the rest of the world sees him as soft and cuddly, he has the honor of a noble warrior and the strength of an unstoppable S-ranked monster, both of which will be put to the test as he fights to protect the beautiful elf who has taken him as her pet. Release date is 4th January 2025 on every Saturday. Number 17 is Blue Exorcist, the Blue Knight Saga. Asaya, the realm of humans, and Gehenna, the realm of demons. Normally, these two dimensions would never intersect, but the demons are now intruding on the material world. Release date is 4th January 2025 on every Saturday. Number 18 is Solo Leveling Season 2, probably one of the most awaited anime of 2025. They say whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger, but that's not the case for the world's weakest hunter Sung Jin-woo. After being brutally slaughtered by monsters in a high-ranking dungeon, Jin-woo came back with the system, a program only he could see that's leveling him up in every way. Now, he's inspired to discover the secrets behind his powers and the dungeon that spawned them. Release date is 4th January 2025 on every Saturday. Number 19 is I left my A-rank party to help my former students reach the dungeon depths. As far as adventuring goes, supporting your party is a thankless job. Even more so if you're just a lowly red mage like Yuki Feldio. So, when he gets fed up with his A-rank party of total a-holes, he ditches them for some former students, a trio of girls who just loathe his company. Thing is, to conquer the world's greatest dungeon and achieve his dream, he'll have to teach these cuties a thing or two. And he may just learn there's more potential within him and them than he ever knew. Release date is 11th January 2025 on every Saturday. Number 20 is The Red Ranger Becomes an Adventurer in Another World. Asagaki Togo was the Red Ranger in a heroic ranger squad. During their final battle against the ultimate evil organization, he suffers a crushing defeat and resigns himself to death. That is, until he finds himself reborn in an entirely different world. Embracing his new role as an adventurer, he transforms into Kizuna Red and continues his pursuit of justice, helping those in need. Enjoy this heroic tale of a ranger becoming the protector of another world. Release date is 12th January 2025 on every Sunday. That's it for this video. While there are so many other animes also coming, I have only covered some of them. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And also, if you want a part 2, please comment.